Hey dolls, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to review the DIOR Backstage Face and Body Foundation. And I'm very curious about this foundation because I have seen this countless times in makeup artist kits and also on a lot of YouTube favorites list. So I was very curious about this foundation. And what made me buy it was the fact that Meghan Markle actually used this foundation on her wedding days. And if there's one item that I'm super picky about, especially when it comes to my bridal clients, it's foundation. There's so many variables that come into play to just get it right, like the shade, or coverage, perfect finish, and decent wear time. So we'll put this foundation to the... So let's read the claims on the Sephora website about this one. Achieve flawless complexion on both the face and body. The lightweight, waterproof formula resists workout sessions, high temperatures, and humidity, while the pigments create a smooth and natural look. It can also be used to camouflage minor imperfections on the neck, shoulders, legs, or anywhere else. This costs 50 Canadian dollars for 50 ml, and it sounds pricey, but in reality, most foundations only come in 30 ml. So don't be fooled with the way this is packaged. This looks like it doesn't have a lot inside, but it's actually 50 ml, so 50 Canadian dollars for 50 ml is actually quite the same price range as other high-end foundations. Now, when it comes to packaging, I usually prefer foundation that comes in a pump. But when I use this foundation, I realized that this bottle is actually the perfect packaging for this foundation because of its consistency. The only thing I hate about this packaging is that you always have to clean the spout because there's always remaining foundation. When it comes to scent, it actually smells like fresh linen. It's really not scent-free, but the scent is really mild. So if you're sensitive to smell, this is not too perfumey. So I got the shade 2N, which is a neutral tone. And I find that the pink tones are more visible with the shade, so next time I'm just gonna go with the golden. So before trying it on, let's look at the condition of my skin. I have a combination skin. I have oily T-zone and then dry on some other parts. I also have some healing acne on the side of my chin, so those are really dark. And I also have hyperpigmentation on top of my cheeks. I feel like I'm roasting myself every time I tell you my skin condition. So this is what it says on the website on how to use this foundation. To apply for face, for light coverage, use your fingers to gently apply one layer of foundation and massage on the face. For medium coverage, apply additional foundation with a foundation brush from the center of the face outwards. For full coverage, use a foundation brush and apply up to 3 layers of foundation until desired coverage is achieved. And then to apply for body, which I'm not gonna do for our wear test, maybe the next time, it says using a large blending brush, begin with a sheer application on neck, arms, legs, or any other area of concern. Build up coverage by continuing to add product as needed, balancing out uneven skin tone and concealing imperfections. So I'm going to use my Huda Beauty primer. This is actually my go-to primer nowadays. I find that it really helps with the grip and it's hydrating. So this has been my go-to for primer. Then we're gonna shake this bottle really well. I'm in the shade 2N Neutral. I actually went to Sephora before the lockdown and they matched me with this foundation, so hopefully this works. So the first layer, I'm just going to use my fingers. Neutral looks kind of pink on me. I should have gone with something more yellow, but this would work. So the consistency of it is not too runny and not too thick. Like, it can hold its form without really dripping really fast on my finger. It's a good consistency. So this is the light coverage. It really evens out my skin tone and it dries to kind of a satin matte. It still looks like my skin. It's very comparable to the MAC face and body. I feel like there's a trend now with foundations being kind of like the face and body for MAC. But I like how this set. It's not tacky, it just feels like a moisturized skin. So I'm going to use my brush for the second layer. See if we can get into a medium coverage. And I like how it's cooling on the skin. If I try it on my neck, I feel like it's gonna be light, but let's do like my jawline here. First impression, I love that I have time to work with this foundation before it sets. I like the coverage of this foundation. I feel like I'm in the medium coverage as of now, and I stopped there because I'm really happy with how it is now. So they said that the finish of this foundation is satin matte. So if you're looking for a foundation that is not too matte or not too dewy, I think that this is perfect because it's just in between. I also like that it's very lightweight on the skin, and when you look at it, it just looks skin-like. I also like the cooling sensation when I was applying this on my face. It just feels so refreshing, and it's very light on the face. It actually feels like a skincare product more than a foundation. And when I look at myself on the mirror and on the camera viewer, my skin doesn't look like I have a lot of foundation on, or it doesn't actually look like I have foundation. It just looks skin-like, but all the redness are gone and my skin is so even. So far so good. I'm just going to finish my makeup and then we'll go to photography. So I finished my makeup and I did like my everyday kind of makeup. So I used a lot of creams, cream contour, cream blush, and I find that this foundation really sticks on your face. So you would see that I didn't put a lot of product actually, because a little goes a long way on top of this foundation. All the cream products actually doesn't blend along with it, so it doesn't saturate the product. So it really gave that good canvas for the creams on top to really show off its true color. When it comes to photography though, it's kind of a fail. Natural light, you could really see the texture of my skin. And on flash photography, it kind of looks ashy. But in person, I look like I have a healthy skin. But it's just on photos that you can really see the texture of my skin, especially on the drying parts of my chin over here. But looking in the mirror and looking at the camera viewer, my skin looks amazing. So I am torn about this foundation because if you're going to use this as your bridal foundation like Meghan Markle, I'm not sure if this is the best, because of course you want to look good on your photos, not just in videos and not just in person. I would say that if you have great skin, this will be okay if you don't have any texture, but if you do, this would really reflect on camera. So that's a bummer, but we still have more tests to go. We have the wearability test, and then I'm gonna test if this is waterproof and if this is sweat-proof. So I'll be updating you on the 4th hour and on the 8th hour. On the 4th hour, you could see the oil seeping through, especially on my T-zone and on top of my brows, but the coverage is still there. However, on the 8th hour, I was very oily and the foundation pigments were setting into my pores, and the coverage in the center of my face is almost gone. So this is my 8th hour. Let's do the BLOT test. Oh, it's not too bad. Oh no, it's very oily. And then on the other side. And on my forehead. So let's go with the pros and cons. First, I like that it's very lightweight and it has a skin-like finish. And I also like that it has customizable coverage. You can go from light to medium to full. I also like the travel-friendly bottle, and I like that it has a lot more product in the bottle than most foundations out there, because this foundation has 50 ml while most high-end foundations are only 30 ml. It's also waterproof. sweat proof. Now for my cons. I realized that this foundation actually contains alcohol, and that's why it's giving me that cool sensation when I was applying it on my face. And alcohol can have benefits with the product. It actually helps the product to be more long wearing, but it's not the best option for your skin because it can dry your skin. So this is something you might want to consider before buying this foundation. So I wouldn't recommend this for frequent use. And I find that with my skin type oily combination, this is not very long wearing. On the 4th hour, it was okay. The oil was seeping through, but the coverage was still there. After that 4th hour mark, I can really see the foundation sinking into my pores, and there's not a lot of foundation on the center of my face because of that. So if you want to use this for long wear, you really have to find a suitable primer that would work with this foundation. And my last con, which is important for me, is that it didn't really pass the photography test. On natural light, you could really see the texture of my skin. On flash photography, it looks kind of ashy. And I couldn't help but to review Meghan Markle's wedding photo, and I noticed that she didn't really have a lot of foundation on. So I would say that when she used this foundation, she only used it for light coverage because you can really see her freckles still showing. I would say that this is a better foundation if you want a foundation that will just even out your skin tone. But if you build this more, then that is where it gets tricky, and that is where you could potentially highlight the texture of your skin. So final thoughts, I'm giving this foundation a 3 out of 5 stars. I think with my skin condition, this is not the perfect foundation for me. I was thinking, is it just me, or did I do something wrong? Did I prep my skin wrong? And I was looking at the reviews, and people with good reviews with this foundation, they usually fall on the normal skin type, but for oily combination skin, I've seen a lot of reviews that have the same experience as me. So I was relieved. I'm like, okay, so this is just not me. So I would say that if you have normal skin and you just want to even out your skin tone, this foundation is for you. But if you have texture skin and you have oily combination skin, I think that there are foundations out there that are more suitable for a skin type. So on my future videos, I will be reviewing drugstore foundations that are recommended for oily skin. So make sure you like this video, you subscribe, and you hit that notification bell so you'll always be updated once that new videos are up. And if you have any foundation review requests, just comment down below so I know what you want to watch next. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Keep safe everyone!